our channel. Have you subscribed to the channel yet? If not, please do it right now. Yes. That is how you show your love to sweet people like us, right? So today we have a quick workout for you for giving you a sexy upper body. It's going to get rid of all the fats and it is going to tone the upper body for you so that you are ready in your new dress. And everybody is asking, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? So if you want to get that compliment, let's go to the gym.
We have 14 exercises in total, 40 seconds on followed by a 10 seconds rest in this module. Let's start with tricep dips. Get ready on a reverse tabletop position and then using your tricep, you bring your body up and down. Make sure when your body comes down, you feel it in your triceps. Your forearm till your elbow remains steady and we are only using tricep for doing these dips. One last time. Now rest for 10 seconds and after that we have plank shoulder tap. You get into a high plank position, brace your core tight and then we tap one shoulder at a time. Make sure when you are doing this you balance and you keep your core engaged. Don't put too much stress on your neck. The neck should be in line with your spine. Now a 10-second break and after that we move to reverse snow angel. You get on your tummy and then you lift your legs and move your arms in almost like a circle. You move forward and then move backward till your glutes. Kind of making a circle with your arms and leg should remain up and steady throughout. When you're doing all these exercises, make sure to continue breathing. You don't want to hold your breath and then do the exercise. Now a 10-second break and after that we have swimmers. Again, on your tummy you lie down and lift opposite arm and leg, one after another. And try holding for 1 second in between the exercises. As you lift your arm and your leg, make sure when you are lifting, you hold it for a second and then come back. Ten-second break and we have reverse plank shoulder tap after that. You get into a reverse tabletop position and touch your shoulder one by one. And keep your body stable as you do it and continue to breathe. And keep your core tight as you do any of these exercises. We move to dolphin plank after this. Take a quick 10-second break and next is dolphin plank. You get into a low plank position and you poke your hip up into a mountain-like pose. Then back to plank and then in a mountain-like pose. Look at the position in the video. And as you do this exercise, keep your core tight inside. Second break. After that, we have a T push-up. So you do T plank, then a push-up, then T plank on the other side. So get on your knee. To get onto a plank position, do T plank. Then on your knees, we do a push-up. Then again back to the plank position and T on the other side. Make sure when you do these exercises, you put your mind exactly on the muscle that is getting worked so that you get better results because of the mind-muscle connection. 10-second rest, and after that we have back extension. Again, you lie down on your stomach, then lift your hands and your legs and tightly squeeze so that you get pressure on your upper back, on your lats. And breathe out as you squeeze your back. Breathe in as you lie down. And we get into the next position, which is dive bomber. You get into a mountain position, and you can also see the easier one on the left hand side. You get into a mountain position and then like a cobra pose. Keep breathing as you do it and keep your tummy core engaged as you do any of these exercises. Okay, we have a quick 10-second break, and after that we again lie flat on our stomach and do the line fly. You keep your legs lifted up throughout this exercise. So lift your leg and give yourself a thumbs up, squeeze your back. So you should feel it in your upper back, in your lower back, in your middle back as you do these exercises. Keep breathing and keep your left legs lifted as you do this exercise. Well done. We are almost 2/3 done. After this, we have up and down plank coming up next. You get into a high plank and then into an elbow plank. And keep your core engaged and keep your balance intact as you do this exercise. You can do it, guys. You can do it. Just the last few ones left. After this, we have some arm exercises. We start with up pulses. Spread your arms wide and then start to pulsating it on the upside. Keep your palm facing the ceiling and then just keep breathing as you do it. Quick rest and then we move to the down pulses, which is essentially the same exercises, just that your palm is facing down and you keep on pulsating your arms in a downward fashion. We are almost towards the end. You can do it, guys. Keep on doing the good work. Now a quick break and we have the last one, which is arm circles. You rotate your arms clockwise first and then anti-clockwise. I know the arms are already burning, but believe me, it's all worth it. And 3 more seconds and we are going to be done. There are going to be 2 sets, 14 exercises in each, 30 seconds on followed by 10 seconds rest. Let's start with tricep dip. Set number 1. Take your position, it's reverse tabletop position. You do tricep dip. Look at the position of the arms in the video. You go down, feel the burn in the tricep. Initially you won't feel, but towards the end of the exercise, you should start feeling a little bit burn. And we have 10-second rest. Coming up next is plank shoulder tap. You have to get into a plank position on your hands and then you tap one shoulder at a time. Get into the position, make sure your hands are right beneath your shoulders, back straight, core engaged, tapping one shoulder at a time. Keep your core engaged. Guys, remember the mind-muscle connection. Whichever part of the muscle is working out right now, focus on that muscle. This will really help in getting quicker results. Rest. Make sure to keep stretching in these rest periods. We have reverse snow angel coming up next. You lie down on your tummy, lift your legs a little bit, and then move your hand in circles. Raise your upper body and lower body together like a boat, and then your hands are moving forward and back. Keep breathing. Breathe out when the hands are in front. Ten-second rest. And next coming up is swimmers. You lie down on your tummy again. Lift opposite hand, opposite leg. And your neck and upper body also a little raised. Opposite hand, opposite leg. Always keep the focus on the muscle which is being worked out right now, which is your upper back, your legs. So keep on focusing on the burn. This will really amplify the impact. We have reverse plank shoulder tap. Stand in a reverse tabletop position and keep on tapping one shoulder at a time. Make sure your focus is on your core, because all the balancing exercise need core strength in one way or another. Don't go too fast. Slowly lift your hand, tap one shoulder, then on the other side. We have dolphin plank coming up next, where you do plank on your elbows and then move your body up and down. Look at the position in the video. You make a V, reverse V, and then parallel to the ground. Focus on your core, your lower body when you are doing these movements. Keep breathing. We have T push-ups coming up next. Push-up position, and then T on both sides, then again a push-up, and then T on both sides. Push-up position, T on both sides. In case the push-up is difficult, you can always go on your knees, then do the push-up, and then T on both sides. Next one is easy. It's back extension. You go on your tummy, extend your arms, raise your legs, and then come up. Look at the position in the video. Just pull your arms back and feel the pressure in your upper back. This will really help with the bra bulge. Feel the pressure in your glutes when you raise your legs. 10-second rest. And we have dive bomber. This exercise has been taken from Surya Namaskar, I feel. You raise up in this pose and then make a mountain pose. So this is cobra pose and mountain pose, one after another. Just rise like a cobra. Don't touch your body on the ground when you do the cobra pose. And then the reverse V for the mountain pose. And keep breathing. Exhale into the cobra pose. Inhale. Keep stretching, keep rotating your arms in the middle of exercise. Now we are doing flies. Leg up and then arms till the shoulder level and then back. Look at the position of the arms, the position of the hands. You will feel the pressure in your glutes and you will also feel the pressure in the upper back. And of course, the arms are working quite nicely here. Next exercise is simple up and down plank. You come on your hands and then you come on your elbow. One time you use left hand first and another time you use right hand first. You will feel it in your core and of course in your shoulders. So stretch your shoulders, stretch your triceps and keep smiling. So now we have up pulses. You're moving your hand up non-stop. This will hurt the shoulders and the arms towards the end, but that's the intention. Now we have down pulses. Just press your arms a little bit. They need rest. Rotate the arms and go to down pulses. You'll really feel it in the shoulders, in the arms. It's hurting. Next we have to do is arm circles. Just press your arms in the middle. So these are arm circles. Make circles with your arms. Clockwise and then anti-clockwise. Try to enjoy it. I know shoulders are burning, but if we enjoy it, the pain becomes less and the fun becomes more. We're almost 50% there. It's end of set 1 that's coming up. And if you want to take a longer pause after set 1, please press pause after this exercise and we start again with set 2, which is going to be a repeat of all the exercises that we have done just now. Starting again with tricep dip. Make sure you are feeling a little bit of burn in the tricep when you do this. When you're lifting your body up, you're using your tricep and you should get some burn. Next is plank shoulder tap. You stand in a plank position and tap your shoulder one after another. Make sure you go slow and keep balancing. Focus on your core and then do it. When all the weight comes on one hand, of course that shoulder, that back muscle is working, which is the intention here. Keep breathing. You don't want to hold your breath and keep on focusing on the muscle where you're feeling the burn. Always in any exercise. The more you focus, the better results you will get. And keep on stretching after every exercise. It will improve your performance in the next one. Coming up next is reverse flow angel. You lie down on your stomach, lift your leg as well as upper body, and you make semicircles with both hands. Make sure you squeeze your glutes when you are doing these exercises. It will work on glute muscles as well. Again, rest for 10 seconds. If you want to do some stretching, some rotations, it will make it easy. Starting now with swimmers. One leg, one hand, alternative leg, alternative hand, goes up. Keep your neck parallel to the body. You don't want to raise your neck too much because then you may get a neck pain. And if you have any type of neck issues, preferably you keep your neck down. Next we have is reverse plank shoulder tap. You get into a reverse plank position, which is like a reverse tabletop, and touch your shoulder one after another. Try to keep your body parallel to the ground as much as possible. Towards the end it becomes difficult, but at least in the beginning, try to keep it parallel. slow movements, not very fast. And keep breathing. Breathe out when you touch the shoulder. Coming up next is dolphin plank. Elbow plank, then move into mountain pose after that. So start with elbow plank and then move to mountain pose on your elbows. So elbow comes to 90-degree angle in one position and then 45-degree angle with the mountain. Squeeze your glutes in all these exercises. Coming up next is T push-up. You have one push-up followed by T on both sides. If you can't do full push-up, you can do half push-up on the knees. Of course, I cannot do it most of the times, the full push-up, but sometimes I'm trying to do here. But if you can't, you can always do knee push-up. It's very important that we continue the exercise. Sometimes you may not be able to do the hard exercises, but idea is to keep continuing and slowly with time we get better. Take rest. We have back extension coming up next, where you lift your upper body and lower body, squeeze your glutes and arms in the front and then in the back. You squeeze your upper body, you squeeze your glutes so that in the back you do feel a good amount of stretch. And keep breathing. Don't hold your breath in any of the exercises. Whenever we are doing any sort of movement, make sure your mind is focusing from toe to feet on where the movement is happening, because that will really help with improving the efficiency of all these workouts. We have dive bomber coming up next, which is a combination, as we spoke before, of cobra and mountain pose in the language of yoga. So you come to cobra pose and then you get into a mountain pose. Breathe out in the cobra pose, breathe in the mountain pose. And we have line flight coming up next, where you lift your upper body and your lower body and arms are going forward and backward till the shoulder level and then back. So you're squeezing your back, you're squeezing your glutes again. Make sure when your back is squeezed, you focus there and keep breathing. You have up and down plank coming up next. Make sure to stretch in between in these rest periods. So you get into a hand plank position and get into an elbow plank. And keep shifting. Keep alternating between right hand and left hand. And make sure to keep breathing. And guys, whenever you are breathing, it's not necessary that you have to breathe from the mouth only. If you are comfortable breathing through the nose, then please, you can continue that. But don't hold your breath. Coming up next is up pulses, down pulses, and arm rotations. If you can do it continuously, I'll suggest don't take rest. But if you can't, then please, you can take rest. So up pulses for 30 to 40 seconds, down pulses 30 to 40 seconds, and then arm rotations clockwise and anti-clockwise for another 40 seconds, and that will be end of this set too. If you can do continuously, it will have even higher burn and hence more impact. Do as much as you can. See, we should always push a little bit, but not too much. So always a little bit pushing is good thing, and a little bit pain and working through that pain is also a good thing. So when we get burned, it's not a sign that we should stop. It's a sign that we should continue for a little bit more. And every time when we are exercising, we have to make sure that the last few sets that we do or the last few seconds that we have in HIIT, that is burning for us. A little bit, maybe not too much, but a little bit burn has to happen. And in every exercise session, at least 10% of the time should be in high burn situations, because that is what will get you the real change in your body, the real change in growth hormones, and the real bodybuilding will happen from there, and the strength will come from there. Maybe you don't want a very muscular body, but the strength in your body, as you age, as you exercise, there is more wear and tear, the strength becomes extremely useful part of your life. And the more strength, the more smile you have on your face. That is it. There's going to be 22 exercises, 30 seconds on, followed by a 5 to 10 second break. We start with arm circles. Let's get started. Just make circles with your arm, first anti-clockwise, and then after some time you do clockwise. These are the exercises we need for perfect arms. And it will get easier as you do it more and more. The next one is forward and back pulses. Your hands move forward and then back. Simple, as you see in the video. Then you start doing full forward and back. Look at the video. The next one is down pulses. No break here. Look at the video. You have to move your arms up and down, up and down. This is without break. It will burn a little, but it will get easier, and this is all worth it, guys. Without a break, we move to up pulses. Start lifting your hand a little bit from your shoulders. Keep your arms straight, and the movement must be happening from your shoulders. Next one is arm rotation. It is as if you're making a little rainbow with your hands, clockwise and then anti-clockwise. I know you want to take a break, plus please, break is coming very soon, and keep doing. Don't give up, guys. The next one is tricep dips. Take a quick 10 second break, not minute, 10-second break, and you move to tricep dips. Keep your core engaged. Make sure your focus is also on your core. And try to feel it in your triceps. Second rest, and then inchworm push-up coming up next. If you can do full push-up, do full push-up, otherwise on your knees like you are seeing in the video. Walk in the front, on your knees, straight push-up. Make sure when you do the push-up, you feel it in your chest. Keep your back straight, keep your core engaged. Second rest. We have tricep shoulder tap coming up next. You have to put yourself in a tabletop position and touch your shoulders one after another. Keep the core strong. We have plank shoulder tap coming up next. Get into a plank position and then tap your shoulder one after another, just as you see in the video. Again, keep your back tight, keep your core engaged. Second rest. We have the rocking plank coming up next. You get into a plank position and move your body forward and backward. Keep your body as close to the ground as possible. In all these exercises, make sure you are engaging your core, keeping your back straight. I know it gets tough. It is definitely tough for me as well. But as we do more practice, we become stronger. We have T push-up coming up next. You do a T plank and then one push-up. Then again T plank, one push-up. One side, on your knees, one push-up. The other side T. Again one push-up. I like these exercises in which it's compound muscles, because in 30 seconds it gets a little easier if there is variety in the exercise. You wouldn't even know and 30 seconds would be over. Last 5 seconds remaining. We have up and down plank coming up next. Take a quick break and up and down plank. So you get into an elbow plank, then a palm plank, up and down. And keep alternating the hands. Keep the core engaged, back straight, and keep your body as straight as possible. We have Superman coming up next. So this is the time to become Superman or Superwoman. With all these exercises, I have no doubt that in some days we will be working as Superman and Superwomen. Look at the position, quite an easy exercise to do. It works really well on your lower back, on your spine. Lifting your hands and your legs together. Try to keep the knees straight as you do this. We have one arm push-up coming up next. This one is a little tough, but make sure to engage. Do not give up. You can, even if you're starting and not able to do the full 30 seconds, do whatever you can, but do not give up. You can see it's very difficult for me as well. You just have to push your body up on one arm. About to end. Now we move to the other side. If we do these sessions on a regular basis, your arms will start to feel so good. And then when you have that dress that you really wanted to wear but could not wear because of your saggy triceps, give it a month. Give this exercise a month and you will see the difference. We have plank rotation coming up next after a quick break of 5 more seconds. Plank rotation. You're just moving from one T plank to another. T on one side and then T on the other side. Look at the feet position. Keep your core engaged, back engaged. Make sure when you are exercising, you are focusing on those muscles which are getting worked, where you're feeling the pain, where you're feeling the stretch. Because when we focus on those muscles, that is a time when neuro connections start building up and you will see a muscle growth, you will see a body growth. We have crab walk, toe touch next. So get into a tabletop position, walk like a crab, forward, then touch your toe, backward, again a quick 10-second break, and after that we'll repeat the exercises that we did in the first. We start with arm circles, clockwise and anti-clockwise. 30 seconds for this. I know your arms are already tired, you don't want to do this, but this is not the time you want to give up. This is actually the end. Just 4 more exercises and we will be done. We have the forward and back pulses coming up next. No break, just move straight to forward and back pulses. I know you just want to give up at this stage because your arms are burning, but believe me, this is a time when the mind works really hard to make those muscles strong. We have down pulses coming up next, straight. If you want your shoulders stronger, don't feel too bad for them right now and move straight to up pulses. We want our shoulders to be very, very strong. We have so much of work and so much of heavy lifting to do all in our life. Yes? Coming up next, you're making rainbows just like you did earlier in this schedule. Guys, that's it. I know you really worked very hard. Give yourself a pat on the back for working so hard with me today. There are going to be 17 exercises, 30 seconds on, followed by a 5 to 10 second rest. Let's get started. First, we start with arm circles backwards. you rotate your arms, keeping them straight from the shoulder in an anti-clockwise fashion. After a quick 2-3 second break, we move to arm circles, but now this time we are moving it forward. Your arms will start to get tired, but make sure to continue it. We move to pulse up now. Make sure the movement is happening from the shoulders. Keep breathing as you move and keep your elbows straight. Quick 5-second break, and then we have pulse down. Again, movement from the shoulder. Make sure your attention is towards the parts which are getting used. This entire schedule is going to be a no equipment upper body schedule for your better toned arms, lean arms without equipment. Make sure to keep breathing, keep resting, 10-second rest we have, and we have crab dip toe touch. You get into a reverse tabletop position, you move up, touch your toe, then move down. Make sure your core is engaged and you're focusing on the muscles that are getting used. 10-second break, and we have crab march coming up next. You get into a reverse tabletop position and you move your legs towards your chest, one leg at a time, and try to keep your upper body stable in this. Make sure your core is engaged and you're putting full attention on your core, your back, your glutes are tight, and the muscles that are getting used. Keep your upper body stable in this. We have a push-up variation coming up next. Get into a knee push-up position. Do a proper push-up and then stretch your body by lifting your knee off the floor. Knees on the floor, push up, lift the knees and stretch the body in a child pose. When you do push-up, make sure your chest you're able to feel it in your chest, and you're keeping your shoulders and your elbow all in one line as you lift your body up the ground. Second break, and after that we have bear crawl coming up next. Get into a bear position. Your knees should be off the mat, forward and backward. Second rest, and we have reverse plank leg lift tuck coming up next. You get into a reverse plank position, tuck both legs and then lift both legs one after another. Keep your upper body stable. You will feel a lot of burn in your upper body, but that's the intention here. Reverse plank, tuck both legs one after another, and then lift one leg at a time. When you're lifting your leg, keep the knee straight. The next one is pretty simple. After this break, we have T-plank coming up next. You just get into a T-plank position and hold for 30 seconds. Keep your body all in one line. Your head, your body, your knees all should be in one single straight line. And try to keep it stable. You will feel it in your upper body, your core. Keep your core tight when you do these exercises. And after a quick 10-second break, we move to the T-plank on the left side. I know your hands are burning, your shoulders, your biceps, triceps, everything is burning, but it's necessary and this is what is going to get you real good results. After this, we get into a plank position, hand plank position, and then this is called contralateral. You move opposite hand with the opposite leg. So right hand with left leg, left hand with right leg. Try to keep your core engaged. This will help you balance your body and it will not shake as you get on one leg at once. Great work, guys. We are 2/3 done. Only the last 1/3 part, which is the easier part, is left. Let's get to the side kick position, side kick sit. Look at the position in the video. You're moving your body to one side, then kicking, then move to the other side and kick with the other leg. With time, your legs will become more flexible and you'll be able to kick higher. But whatever you can do, do that. Second break, and after that we have up down to side plank coming up next. You get into a plank position, elbow plank to hand plank, and then you move into T plank on the other side. So elbow plank, hand plank, T plank one side, T plank other side. Make sure the core is engaged as you do all these exercises. Your upper body will start to burn, but keep the core engaged and this will give you stability while you do all these exercises. Quick rest and we have plank saw. You get into a plank position and move forward, backward. Simple. Simple when you see it, not so simple when you do it. And try to keep your body parallel to the ground. It's difficult, but possible with time. Quick 10-second rest, guys, and we have side plank dip coming up next. First on the left side and then on the right side. You get into a side T plank and then dip your body up and down. You could also take the easier one if getting on the full leg is difficult. Look at the alternative on the left side. Plank position with hip going up and down. Keep your core engaged in this entire thing. It will become easier if your core is strong. one, we move to side plank dip on the other side. That's all, guys. You can look at the alternate exercise in case full leg up and down is difficult. You could have your knee rest on the ground and then move your hip up and down. In all these exercises, if you think exercise is difficult for you, you can do it for smaller amount of time, or you can look at the variation if an easier variation is possible, or you can take longer break, because when we take longer breaks, it becomes easier. That's it. That's it.
That's it, guys. I hope your arms got a little bit of burn. When you get burned, that is the time when your body is really working hard. So see you soon in the next video, and thank you. A special thank to all of you who are loving, subscribing, and sharing our content. Believe me, it really means a lot. Thank you.